America in 2025 is standing at a crossroads, where millions of workers feel the ground shifting beneath their feet. Across the country, from small towns to major cities, people who once believed their careers were secure now find themselves facing uncertainty. The question everyone is asking is simple but urgent. Why are so many Americans losing their jobs? And why is it happening so quickly? The truth is a combination of economic slowdown, rapid automation, and corporate cost-cutting, creating a storm that is reshaping the American workforce. Workers who have given years, sometimes decades of their lives to companies are suddenly receiving layoff notices, often with little explanation beyond budget restructuring or operational changes. Behind those words, however, lies a much bigger story. Over the past year, the U.S. economy has shown signs of cooling. Job growth, once strong, has slowed to its weakest pace in years. Companies are hesitant to hire, and more of them are turning to temporary or contract labor instead of long-term employees. For many families, this means that the stability they once relied on is slowly slipping away. Unemployment is rising, and even those who still have jobs worry that they could be next. Across the tech sector, retail, media, transportation, manufacturing, and even white-collar office jobs, layoffs have swept through faster than many expected. These aren't small businesses shutting down. They are major corporations reducing thousands of positions at a time. Some companies say the cuts are necessary to survive difficult economic conditions. Others point to rising operational expenses and pressure from investors who want leaner, more efficient structures. But behind the scenes, another force is playing an even bigger role: artificial intelligence and automation. What used to take a team of employees can now be done by a single AI system running continuously without breaks, without overtime, without benefits, and without limitations. Machines and software are rewriting the rules of work. Tasks that once required human judgment, communication, and creativity are now being handled by advanced algorithms. While AI promises innovation and productivity, it also brings disruption. Customer service workers, writers, editors, administrative assistants, junior developers, data analysts, and even some legal and financial roles have already experienced reductions as companies embrace automation tools. For those who have kept their jobs, responsibilities are changing, workloads are increasing, and expectations are shifting. Many workers report that they are now doing the work of 2 or 3 people who were let go. At the same time, the cost of living in America continues to rise. Even as salaries stay the same or decrease, rent, food, transportation, healthcare, and everyday expenses have grown more expensive. Families trying to stretch each paycheck now face an even harder reality: job insecurity layered on top of financial pressure. Workers who once lived comfortably on a single income now depend on multiple income sources or side jobs just to keep up. Millions are driving delivery apps, doing gig work or freelance tasks they never imagined doing before. Meanwhile, the gap between high-income earners and everyone else continues to widen. As corporate profits grow and CEOs receive record bonuses, everyday workers feel left behind, wondering when their hard work will be recognized or rewarded. In cities across the country, job centers are seeing a rise in applicants. People who have never applied for unemployment benefits are now learning the process for the first time. Many express shock at how quickly things changed. A person can walk into work expecting a normal day and walk out with their job gone. Companies often explain layoffs as strategic decisions, but to the workers affected, it feels personal. It feels like loyalty has been replaced by algorithms, spreadsheets, and cost calculations. For older workers especially, the fear is even greater. Competing in a job market dominated by newer technology and AI tools feels daunting, and many worry that employers prefer younger, cheaper, more tech-savvy talent. Yet the picture is not entirely dark. Some sectors continue to grow, including healthcare, social services, clean energy, and certain tech fields focused on AI development rather than replacement. Jobs in nursing, caregiving, mental health, skilled trades, and logistics are still in demand. But the challenge is that workers losing jobs in one industry cannot always transition easily into another. Many require retraining, certifications, or new skill sets, which takes time and money resources not everyone has. Government programs and community organizations offer support, but these efforts are often small compared to the scale of the problem. People need faster, more accessible training, better job placement programs, and stronger protections to navigate the changing economy. Another major factor affecting American workers today is corporate consolidation. As large companies merge, they often eliminate overlapping roles. Departments are merged, teams are reduced, and efficiency becomes the top priority. For employees, this means fewer opportunities for advancement and a greater risk of layoffs. Even industries that were once considered stable are experiencing volatility. Retail chains continue to shut down physical stores. Manufacturers face rising supply chain costs. Banks and financial institutions are cutting back on staff as digital banking grows. Transportation companies adjust their operations as fuel prices rise and consumer habits shift. In this environment, psychological stress is at an all-time high. Workers feel more anxious, more overwhelmed, and more uncertain about the future. Many fear asking for raises, taking time off, or even making small mistakes. The pressure to constantly prove their value is pushing people to exhaustion. Some are working longer hours than ever before simply to avoid being considered replaceable. Others are quietly planning backups, learning new skills online, exploring side businesses, or preparing for career changes in case layoffs come to their workplace. Behind every statistic is a human story. A father trying to provide for his family, a mother balancing work and childcare, a student drowning in student loans, an older worker concerned about retirement, a family watching their savings disappear after a job loss. These stories are happening every day across America in 2025. The economy isn't just numbers, it's people, households, and futures. For many, the uncertainty has sparked frustration and confusion. They ask why the government isn't doing more, why companies prioritize automation over workers, and why wages lag behind rising costs. Some argue that innovation is necessary and unavoidable, while others believe the transition is happening too fast, leaving millions unprepared. What is clear is that America is undergoing a transformation in how work is defined. Traditional career paths are fading, and new ones are emerging. A person who once expected to stay with a company until retirement now expects to change jobs multiple times. The workers of the future will likely need to continually adapt, learn new skills, and stay competitive in a digital world shaped by AI. But with the right support, better education, stronger worker protections, improved job training, and responsible use of technology, America can build an economy that works not just for corporations, but for the people who power them. The transition will not be easy, and the challenges of 2025 are real, but so is the resilience of American workers. Through every economic shift in history, the American workforce has shown strength, adaptability, and determination. Even in uncertain times, people continue searching for new opportunities, building new careers, and fighting for better futures. America stands today at a turning point. The decisions made now by businesses, leaders, and communities will shape the workforce for decades to come. Millions hope for a future where technology and human effort can work together, where progress does not leave people behind, and where stability is not a privilege but a right. For the workers of 2025, the journey continues. And the story of America's workforce is still being written, one challenge, one opportunity, and one voice at a time.